Hey guys, I'm Amit Kumar and welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about expressions. Now an expression is a construct made up of variables, operators and method invocations that evaluates to a single value. So an expression is combination of variables, operators and method calling that will result into a single value. In Apex, an expression can be a literal expression, an object or collection, any entity that can be on the left hand side of an assignment operator, any S object field reference, a SOQL or SOSL query surrounded by square brackets, or a static or instance method invocation. So let's see them one by one. A literal expression is any valid literal with operators. So here you can see we are using integer, string and combination of integer and string in form of literal expression. A literal expression can contain any valid literal with operators, an object or collection. So definitely this is something we have to discuss later down the line, but all these statements are valid example of object or collection. Like the first one is a S object, the second one is a custom Apex object, the third one is an array declaration of integer type, the third one is an array of integer, the fourth one is a list of integer. You might have noticed the use of new keyword, and this keyword is used with an object or collection to take space in memory. Any entity that can be on the left hand side of an assignment operator. So any integer variable or any variable of any specific data type can be on the left hand side. Any element of an array, any specific instance, any specific field of any specific S object, any specific instance variable of a custom object, they all can be on the left hand side and hence they all are valid expression in Apex. Any S object field reference which can't be on the left hand side can also be an expression, like the ID of an S object in a list. So if an ID of an S object is in form of a list, it can't be on the left hand side. Set of child records associated with an object, in that situation also it can't be on the left hand side, and that is also a valid example of an expression. A SOQL or SOSL query surrounded by square brackets. So here you can see a SOQL query is there, select ID name from account surrounded within square brackets. So that is a valid expression, and here also we have used another SOQL query. It is also a valid expression. A static or instance method invocation. Now to call a static method, we directly use the name of the class. For example, assert method or assert equals method. If you remember, in one of the video of the level 1 course, we have created a test class and there we have used this assert equals. Now assert and assert equals both belongs to system class, and to call them we directly use the name of the class, hence they are static methods. We can also create an object of our class and call the method of it. In that case, this is an instance method, and they both are valid expression. So it's pretty much of talk, and now it's time to see the things practically. So guys, here we are in our org, and let's open the developer console and let's create the first class to see the example of an expression. So here's our class, and let me add some code to it. So here you go. So guys, here you can see I have used some valid expressions of literal type. So these valid literal expressions I have assigned to variables, but those things that are on the right side of this assignment operator are literal expressions. Similarly, here I have used some object and collection to use as literal expression. Now you can clearly see I haven't assigned any ID to it. So let's go to the org and let's fetch an account ID for here. So here we are in our org, and let's search for accounts in the app launcher. Let's click on the accounts. You can select any record from the all records, but I'm choosing this specific record and copying the ID from here and pasting it in the developer console. So as you can see, I have used some valid expressions. If you want, you can print the value as well, because I have printed the variables in system debug. So let's see what output it is going to give. So guys, as you can see, it's printing the value of the variable, and the interesting thing over here is you can see all the values in the integer array is null because I have not assigned any value in the array. Now let's create one more program to see some more expressions. So guys, you can see I have used one integer variable over here, and we can create any other variable of any other specific type because these variables can be on the left hand side of the assignment operator. Similarly, you can see I have created an array collection and used different elements of the array. This array is collection of 5 elements and I have assigned 5 values at 5 different locations of this array. You can see I have created one account object as well because account object can be on the left hand side as well. So here I am using the account object field. The object field is name and assigning a value to it. And finally, I'm printing these values of integer variable, of array, and of this account object. So let's see what output it is giving. So guys, you can clearly see the integer variable, the array values, and the account value of the account object. You can see the name that I have assigned over there. So all these values can be on the left hand side of the assignment operator, and hence they are also a valid expression. Now let's see one more program to deal with some more expressions over here. So guys, here we are with our third program. I have actually created 2 programs over here. One is my class. Now this class is very simple class with only one method known as my method, and this method will debug a single statement, my method of my class. Now there's nothing else inside this class, and why I have made this class so that I can call this specific method. This specific method is not accepting any value as parameter, is not returning any value, and this is a static method, hence we can call this method by this class. Now inside our expressions class, I have made 2 SOQL queries. The first one is a list of account, the second one is an array of contacts. I have simply made some simple query over here like select ID name from account, select ID last name from contact, and I have printed these list and array in the debug. I have created a single variable, and with the help of assert statement I have verified the value of the variable. So you can see I have made a static method call over here with system.assert. Now within this I have specified a relational expression. Now this relational expression is actually comparing the value of this var variable with a constant, and if this condition is true, this certain statement will not throw any error. If it is false, it will throw 1. I have also called the my method of the my class, which I have shown you right now over here. So now let's see what's the output of the program. So now when I'm executing the program, it executed successfully, and let's see the output. Now clearly you can see it's printing the accounts, or I should say the list of accounts and the list of contacts over here. And you can see it's also printing the statement given in the method. But there is no output for the assert. Assert actually checks or verifies the condition. So if I give a wrong condition over here intentionally, let's see what happens. So now when I will debug or I will execute this, you can see system.assert exception is thrown. So this assert method will throw an exception if we pass a false value or if we pass a condition which is resulting false, and it will not throw any exception if the resulting value is true. So guys, that marks the end of this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.